Happy Thanksgiving, YouTube family. So I've been meaning to do some more videos, but I have for some time been having a problem with my camera. I have like one of those black camera issues that can't be solved or figured out. It's eternally mind-boggling. So right now I'm using my phone camera, and I have a really nice scene set up for you so that you don't have to see my broken front tooth. Oh, oh, it's a little story maybe I'll tell you about later with the bank door. But it will be repaired soon, and I'll be happy to grace you with my smiling face some other day. But I thought I might not be the only person alone today, and thought it was a perfect time for me to make a video and say hi. There's been a lot of drama and on our little channel, so I've just kind of stayed away and just been watching. And obviously we've had a lot of drama in our country, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I'll try to keep this kind of short, because I'm using my cell phone, but also because I have a tendency to ramble. So I'm going to try to remain a little bit more topical, and this one is going to be about flying monkeys, and when you think it's safe in particular. And you're probably getting a lot of that right now. So this will be pretty pertinent for you. So a little backstory: I have been no contact with my family of origin, really for about 6 years. I went no contact with my mother, and I knew that there would be fallout, and obviously that included my goldenchild brother, who is 6 years my junior, and who has really no clue that he is the golden child and that I'm the scapegoat, and he just doesn't know anything different, and our age is so different that he just assumes it's the truth. Um, so with that said, my brother has a beautiful young wife who he's very lucky to have, because he is, I believe, very narcissistic as well. He has this lovely wife who has continued to, in the past, send me pictures of their new baby, who is gorgeous and who, of course, I love dearly from afar without contact through those pictures, but knowing all the time that I will never be able to have a relationship with that child, at least most likely. If I expect to stay sane, that is, there's no being part of any part of my family. I learned that over the last 6 years of going no contact, and even trying to stay in touch with my extended family in other parts of the state. But I digress. This sweet girl would always send me these pictures of my nephew, and updates of his progress as a, now a toddler, and then I wouldn't respond for a long time. And one time I wrote back, and I'm just giving you a little bit of backstory, because so it'll explain the conversation that I had with her and my brother. So the last set of pictures that she had sent me were in the early part of this year, in February. And, talked about how big he's getting, that he's starting Montessori school, that he's talking, loves books, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas and blessed year. Close email. And I responded that I think this is wonderful, person. I want to thank you for your kind heart and for sharing these pictures with me. I must ask you a rhetorical question. Does it not occur to you that your husband doesn't bother? Meaning, over all these years that I had gone no contact with my mother, my younger brother, I just always heard through the grapevine how he spoke bad of me. People that I went to high school with that were my friends first now will not friend me on Facebook. The expected kind of fallout that I knew only could come from him. And no contact with him. Of course, I blocked him on Facebook, but, that's not the fucking national registry. Anyway, so does it not occur to you that your husband does not bother? For that matter, no one but you does. It must mean one of two things. I am either all those nasty things people say or what I see is true. I'll almost certainly never be a part of your family, and I'm sorry for that. The likelihood exists only after birth vessel passes, and even then it's a very small likelihood. Moreover, she'll probably live to be 100. My own family was poisoned against me my whole life, and I still live with the rewards. Abandonment and ostracism are the only dreams I've ever had, and they still fill my sleep. I wish you all the best, but please don't send me any more emails or pictures. Be well. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that are going to think that's really harsh. Maybe not so many people that would be watching this video or listening. But I just wanted to, with the kindest, most pragmatic voice I could, let her know that this isn't happening, and, well, you heard the rest. So the response was from her Facebook. This is brother. I have tried multiple times to find you on Facebook. You must have blocked me. Duh. I have not purposely not sought you out. Believe me. Mom isn't well, so 100 is unlikely. Please find me so that we can communicate further. I don't wish for you to miss any further time of nephew's life, nor do I wish to continue to be without you in our lives. Love you. Okay. Number of problems with this email. I tried to find you on Facebook, but nowhere else. Not that hard to find, frankly. And then please find me. Okay, here you have found me on your wife's email. And then in the end, he can't even really say, I love you. It's love you, which is always the half-ass way of doing things. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Find you. I found you. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking the very next words that I said to him, which are, simply put, speak into the mic. And you know why I said just those 4 words? I said those 4 words because there ain't no damn way I'm going off of this sort of public format, at least the place where his wife can see the truth, because I am half expecting to be gaslit. I am half expecting, this pulls at my heartstrings. And I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to connect with him and hear what he has to say, but then I'm like, well, why the fuck am I doing that? The mic is on. So, his response. Now keep in mind, this is the person that just said, love you. I don't want you to not be in our life anymore. Simply put, connect with me. His response is, drumroll please, you are creating your own ostracism. All we have ever wanted was for you to be a part of our family, which is actually spelled A-P-A-R-T, which technically means a part, but I digress. But I guess you don't want that. I hope that when you are on your deathbed alone, you will remember what you wished for our mother and realize God gives you what you give. Now, just put a little asterisk there, okay? We will always pray for you and hope that you can find peace in your sad, pathetic life. We all have a role to play in the game of life, and I can see that you have chosen to be the victim and the villain. I'm certain that that is very heavy weight to carry, but I'm sure you carry it well, exclamation point. Where am I? You carry it well. In our house, we strive to accomplish love and forgiveness and spread God's love and grace. I'm so sorry we couldn't break through your walls of pain and hatred. God bless you and lift you from wherever you are. Okay, so there's a reason why I chose this particular insertion of my timeline to share with you today. But before I get off track, let's just address this email here. So that's what he wanted to connect with me, to tell me. He couldn't. I knew this was coming. I felt it in my gut. I knew it couldn't be good. Number one, the deathbed conversation, the deathbed statement comes from sort of a plagiarism of my no contact letter that I sent. So the deathbed comment is a direct reference to my no contact letter that I sent to my mother and then copied to the rest of my family, and I'll talk about that in another video. But what I had said, which is so funny because the few times that my family has tried to needle me and fly monkey over me, they will use this letter as if I don't remember what the fuck I said. I mean, this was a lifetime in the making, and I never meant to mean it more than I do today. And what I said was, and this is in the context of my mother saying, snotty little bitch, snotty little brat, whatever. And I've got to be quick. It looks like I'm running out of space here. So what I had said to her was that I hope all those things that you said to me carry you to your deathbed, and keep you warm there. And what that means is, you know, because if God forbid she realizes that those were the most horrific things that you can say to your child, that she'd be in a world of hurt. Anyway, so he's saying that I wished that upon my mother, which of course I did not. And then he says you've chosen to play the victim and the villain, which you can't be both. Blah, 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 and spreading God's love and grace. Now, this is the important point I want to make. My brother is a chain-smoking, I would say borderline alcoholic, you know, drinks a lot of beer, road-raging, never been a Christian-y kind of person ever, all right? So this is what I hate. This is just phony, and clearly it's phony. It's phony in the context from coming from where I know him, and it's phony coming from, you know, his stated authenticity of wanting me in his life. Clearly that's not true. He just wanted to say some really nasty shit to me. My sad and pathetic life. This is someone I have had no contact with, who can't see my Facebook, as he's admitted. I live on the West Coast. He lives in Texas. We never see each other. We don't have any mutual friends. So he wouldn't have any idea what my life is like, good or bad. Anyway, I have to cut this short, but I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And the moral of the story is, if you haven't gotten it already, is don't be fooled. Keep your forum public so that you can be safe. And above all, remember that as each day goes on and as you stay in no contact, you'll get stronger and stronger, and it'll be so clear to you that you won't fall victim to what I was tempted to do 6 years into no contact. And it would have been no fun. So I love you all. Peace.